A very big thank you to Mr. Tetsuya Yamada. With that, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the keynote address, who will be connecting with us all the way from India. Ms. Shiala Kanda is a Regional Technical Officer for the International Narcotics Control Board, United Nations. She's based in New Delhi and she covers the South Asia region. Ms. Kanda is part of the Global Rapid Interdiction of Dangerous Substances team, which is focused on the illicit trafficking of new psychoactive substances, NPS, non-medical synthetic opioids, fentanyl and related substances, and other dangerous substances as well. She has conducted international trainings throughout Asia for frontline officers to raise their awareness on NPS and to provide practical guidance on the safe interdiction of dangerous substances as well. Ms. Kanda has 15 years of professional experience with the US Department of Homeland Security and a master's degree in Criminal Justice Administration from the American University in Washington, D.C. Regional Technical Officer for South Asia, Global Rapid Interdiction of Dangerous Substances, Secretariat of the International Narcotics Control Board, and the list goes on. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Shiala Kanda. Great to connect with you. Over to you, Ms. Shiala Kanda. Ms. Shiala Kanda, you are actually connected. Are we audible? Ms. Shiala? Ms. Shiala, can you hear us? All right, that's great. So ladies and gentlemen, our keynote speaker, Ms. Shiala Kanda, over to you. We can hear you as well as we can see you as well.
Is that what we do is we facilitate case meetings on a national and international level. We also give you trends and patterns of what we're seeing in the region, and we also, most importantly, we provide training for frontline officers. So what we have is maybe some of you already know this, but we have an excellent, secure online platform, which is the only one of its kind in the world, where you get actual information of seizures and suspicious shipments that have been cross-bordering all over the world. And that system is called Ionics. So what we do as regional officers is we provide you training on Ionics, and you get a free account. It's only for law enforcement, and you have real-time information at your disposal of any seizures that affect your country all over the world. So one thing we do is provide Ionics, and as you see, there's also Grids Intelligence, which I'll show you on the next screen, which essentially takes the information from Ionics and puts it on a visual for your leadership to see what is going on in your region with these dangerous drugs. So that is another benefit of having the regional officer in your region, such as I cover South Asia. And another important tool that we have with INCB to tackle the frontline officers facing drugs that they might not even know what they are. They're really difficult and hard to analyze. And please know that there's about 1,000 plus substances that we have not even been able to identify. So right now, when your frontline officer is interdicting these substances, they also need to be safe. So we do provide something called safe handling training, where we give you personal protective equipment and show you how to use some of the drug testing kits and things like that. So that's another important training that we provide at INCB. And here is a snapshot of what I just mentioned, which is the Grids Intelligence. This is our strategic intelligence tool. All law enforcement can get access to this tool with no charge. You get a free account, and you can basically, if you look at this tool right here, I pulled it up, just in the last 6 months, from May of this year to November, if you see, we've had 8,000 plus incidents of seizures of non-medical synthetic opioids, new psychoactive substances, and fentanyl and related substances all over the world. And if you see, it's mostly customs that uploads this information, and most of it is interdicted at postal facilities and at airports. So I don't want to go too much into this slide, but I'm giving you a snapshot of Grids Intelligence. But if you just see at the top left, NPS category, it's opioids and benzodiazepines that are still trafficked the most around the world. And for substances, we're seeing an increasing flow of ketamine. And because I was doing this presentation for South Asia, I thought it was worthwhile to pull up a screenshot of what we're seeing in our region. In South Asia, out of the 8,000 incidents that I just mentioned earlier, 1,500 are basically sourced from South Asia. I would say mainly 90% plus from India. And again, it's opioids and tapentadol, which are synthetic opioids. And origin India, mostly going to the United States. That's our largest consumer and destination country. And in our region, most of the incidents have been at airports, reported by customs. And if you look at the bottom right, you'll also see that we mostly have false declarations and concealments. And this is specific to our region. And so here's my contact information. If any of you are interested in learning more about our program or our training in the region, we are more than happy to assist, and I do cover Sri Lanka, so please do reach out to me with any questions. And I just want to also add to this presentation that Sri Lanka has been a very active member of all our INCB international, whether they're global virtual operations or time-bound intelligence gathering operations. And what these operations do is basically allow us at the board to gather information about possibly scheduling these dangerous substances and starting those discussions. So some of you may have already come to Vienna and been part of our meetings. So thank you for your cooperation. And again, I want to thank you all for hosting this event. I wish you a very productive and rewarding event, and hopefully we together can address the complexities of the world drug trafficking problem and keep our communities, especially in South Asia, keep them safe and keep our families safe. So thank you very much, and namaste.
Thank you very much, Ms. Shiala Kanda. We really appreciate your valuable words and your insights and your knowledge. So we wish you all the very best as well. Thank you once again.